I don't know. But like I said, we're going to be here. And please catch me on Talking Tea with Tammy and Nathan. That's every Saturday at 7 p.m. on RWS Radio on alldigitalradio.com. And I'm on Triangle with Caesar Will. And this year we're going to be doing some big things. And I have something so big to announce in the new year. It's going to be crazy. My new business venture, like I said, we got to create new streams of income. So guys, get out, keep your shoulder to the wheel. And what did she say? The House and Senate need to change in 2 years if we have any chance. You're right, Crystal, but the thing with it is, with people of color, is we don't stay focused. We don't stay focused. We got Air Jordan ADD. We don't stay focused. Soon as we see some other shit that looks shiny, we not focused on the issue at hand anymore. That's why we're not a threat to people, because we don't stay focused on anything anymore. So, like I said, as the LGBT community and as a black woman, I want to see us as black women, trans women, and women in general. I want to see us more united. And I'm not talking about a feminist movement. I'm talking about women just understanding that we got to have each other's back. Gay people, we got to have each other's back. And for gay men to realize that you're not the elite of the gay community. I love y'all, but y'all gotta humble yourselves and love all of the gay community back, and not just each other. Lesbians need love too. Why you think they fight so much? Those bitches need a hug. We have to unite as a community. We have to. If we don't unite as a community, we might not make it.
Bonnie Kane, Kim Burrell was discussed in the beginning. Yeah, let's for the next 10 minutes, let's take questions.
Shade women, trans women shade each other too much. Persia. That's true, but the thing with it is we need to have something to go on that says, girl, no shade. Girl, no shade. Because it's like sometimes with shade, I think you carry that from your Butch Queen days maybe. Because I could be shady too, but we got to work on that. That's something that we got to work on. And it's nothing wrong with having to work on something. It's something wrong with pretending you don't have to work on it. So if not being shady is something we need to work on, let's do it.
All right, so let's take questions for the next 10 minutes, guys. If you have questions for Tammy, come on. They love those bitches need a hug.
They do. Those bitches need a hug.
Focus on the wrong things. So many people are tuned in. Make sure you guys share this live and check it out on Ballroom Throwbacks later. Make sure you subscribe to Tammy's page throughout the week. Usually, how many times do you go live? It depends when.
It depends when stuff happens. Oh, I love you too, Gotti. We just got to do better, guys. We got to do better. We got to do better. And there's so much stuff that's going on, but we got to do better. And I believe we can make it.
Asia Balenciaga asked, Tammy, what do you think of Butch Queens dating trans women?
I think trans women should date Butch Queens.
Do you?
Yes. Why not? They understand you. They know you. You have nothing to lie about. You have nothing to worry about. And acceptance is not a problem. I think sometimes trans girls want the straight man and they won't date nothing but straight men. I think sometimes maybe they're losing out on something or missing out. Because love is not going to have a title. Love is a connection.
You heard that?
So yeah, honey, Butch Queens need love too.
I think a lot of the fear with a lot of the girls that do love Butch Queens is the fact that the Butch Queens still want to deal with other Butch Queens, and that's the problem.
You know what? There'll always be that one person that'll make you change when the connection is right. Y'all just got to stop window shopping and settle in on something. Nobody would ever win best dressed if all you did is window shop. You got to settle in on something, and that's something in the community that we all need to do. Stop window shopping and just jump in and settle in on something and stay there and build something together. Because white boys are building wealth, honey. Y'all don't watch Home Garden?
Tyrone Real said, how can we help each other, LGBT community, in your own opinion? If you kind of look at this whole thing, it's kind of, you can pick parts from it and, see how it helps you out. Definitely too many labels in our community.
A label is only a way of describing a person. It's like a dog. If a dog, I'm not calling you a dog because that'll be the next shit somebody come up and she called all gay people a dog. No, I'm using this as a reference point. If a dog, a cocker spaniel is still a dog. A Doberman is still a dog. It's just a way of describing a person, but it should in no way prohibit you from venturing in beyond that label and learning something about that person. Because, like I said, if a trans woman can date a lesbian, why can't you date a butch queen? I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Y'all give the butch queens a chance. Y'all never know. Y'all might find love. You might find love, and you have nothing to hide, nothing to worry about. Nothing. They understand you. They're not saying that they understand you in your hormonal state, but they understand you in your journey, and at least you guys are family.
Talia Smith said, "Can you speak to trans women about knowing their worth?"
That's true. Wow, that's deep. And when I say that to trans women, I have to say that to all women, because that's, again, one of those issues that we all share alike and in common. That's why women feel it necessary to twerk instead of work. That's why women, but that's what we placed our value, because that's what we're seen as. We're fetishized, or somehow it's a thing where people have put you in this box of you're good for sex and only sex. Develop yourself as a woman. Find things that you like about yourself as a woman, and know that if your phone rings at least once a day, either somebody that's featuring you for whatever reason, you need to start loving yourself. And loving yourself is not an easy journey when people are knocking you down. It's not an easy journey, but you have to know that if people took time enough to complain and say nasty things about you, that you're worth something to somebody. So we got to start loving ourselves and thinking more about our spiritual woman the same way we think about developing our physical woman. Because we put a lot of emphasis on the outside and not enough emphasis on the inside. That's like having a Mercedes Benz with a Toyota engine. It's just not the same pull. We got to make sure that the engine matches the outside of the car. And that's just developing yourself as a woman enough to be able to compliment another woman. It's good to compliment other women, and other women to compliment other women. Even if it's something small. Somebody could say, "Oh, I like your bag." You don't know what kind that's like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. I feel good about my bag," or "I like your eyebrows." Identifying with other women and other people and finding a way to say, because sometimes people don't know, if you give kindness, you get it back. You get it back, and you need to, like God. God wouldn't know how magnificent he was if people didn't praise him and pray to him and tell him. What if the universe was black? God would never know how magnificent he is. And we're the same way. We need positive affirmations and things of that nature. But trans women, you girls are worth a lot. Black women, you guys are worth a lot. And you're more than sex. You're more than a booty call. You're more than that. But you have to demand that from those people that you're dating. If he can't walk you to the store, no, you can't come through. No, you can't come through. You could come through at mall time. You could come through at movie time. But when you let people treat you like a dirty secret, you start to feel like a dirty secret. And once you allow them to make you feel guilty or ashamed for who you are, that's when you find yourself only venturing into back page relationships. You're only venturing into these secret clandestine relationships. No, if he can't be around you and treat you the way he would treat his mama, you don't need to be with him. Because when your inner woman is developed, when that inner woman is right, she ain't gonna tolerate that shit. She gonna be like, no, you can't even wash your dick off. Here's a paper towel. You ain't coming up in here with that shit. No, you will start to demand to be treated a certain way. And once you demand that treatment, because how women feel good is based on how our partners treat us. If your partner is not giving you the higher concept of yourself, that means when you at the stove cooking food or whatever, if they don't at least walk by and kiss you on the cheek, we need that to feel whole. We need that to feel, not saying whole, but we need that to feel appreciated. So when we're not getting that, we're not feeling appreciated. So that leads to all the other behaviors. No, y'all start demanding certain treatment from these people. And don't let people treat you like a dirty secret, because it's not just trans girls that men do that to. Men will do that to women across the board. If they can come through, no, you ain't coming through here. No. If you come through, me and you got a business arrangement. You can't just come through. Stop letting those men treat y'all that way.
How do you feel about escorting, somebody asked?
I think you lose a little bit of yourself in that life. I think that I'm a person, I can't talk about people's past because I have a past. But I do know when you escort, you have sex with people. But it's not just sex. It's an exchange of energy. It's an exchange of energy back and forth. And a lot of people's funky energy on you, how do you feel about yourself afterwards? How do you feel about yourself after you share? Once you give me yourself sexually, what more do you have to give a person? What more do you have? After I do whatever I do to you, what more can you offer me after I have you sexually? All the cards are on the table then. And to me, it's like people call it escorting. I'm here to tell you you're a prostitute. You're not an escort. An escort is someone who walks somebody into a door somewhere. You're not escorting, you're prostituting. And if you're a prostitute, let's call it what it is. You don't got to say escort. You don't got to say that and try to make it pretty for me. I had a young man try to do that shit to me this year and got mad because I said what I said. I didn't even ask you what you did for a living. And I don't need you to come in here lying to me trying to make it sound pretty. No, it's not escorting. It's prostitution. And if prostitution is how you take care of yourself, okay, far be it from me to knock your hustle. But all I'm telling you is you walk with a little bit of change. But the change that you walk with is not worth selling your soul. It's not worth selling your soul. And in the long term, when you meet somebody who's worth it, you won't even be able really to connect with that person because you emotionally you're boxed off because you've done a lot of damage emotionally. Sleeping with people, and that's the thing sometimes with men, and I tell gay men this all the time. Once you give yourself to somebody sexually, we've desensitized ourselves till we feel we walk off and that's it. I hit that, that's it. It's over. It's not over because that person's funky energy is on you. That person's energy is on you. And that exchange of energy back and forth, you can't fuck them without them fucking you back. So, and with that being said, when the right man comes along who's willing to love you for you and to be with you for you, what do you have to offer him? Your spirit is tainted because you're not able to connect and love the way a regular person is able to connect and love. So now he has to fight you back from the abyss because your spirit is so tainted from all of these people. You get things, but the things that you get is not worth the gift that you give. It's not worth the gift that you give. And sexually, after you give somebody yourself sexually, you don't have anything else to offer them. So to me, that should be something that you give to somebody who's deserving. Who is deserving. And when I say deserving, I'm talking about like who makes you feel good. Who, when you call them, they're there for you. Somebody that you can, if your mother got sick, would come with you to visit your mother. These are the people, you shouldn't be having sex with people just because you need a little bit of money. No, because if you fucking with the right person, you won't need nothing because they'll make sure you have what you need. So no, I don't like the escorting thing, especially with young people, because it creates something in you where you're not able to connect after that fully.
And with that being said, guys, make sure you follow Tammy. Tammy will be back here next week.
Yes.
We got a lot of great stuff coming up, so make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you also subscribe to Tammy and check us out on Ballroom Throwbacks later on.
Tammy Peay, guys, I love you. Happy New Year and stay focused. Oh, I thought my phone was going to die. No, I can't.